Lady from Indiana is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Unfortunately, all this hearing turned in political debates, but we do have a real problem at the border. You know, as someone who actually lived in communist country under totalitarian regime, someone who came here as a legal immigrant and has an enormous amount of friends who actually escape this dictatorship, I am very disappointed that we cannot have a healthy conversation. And a lot of my friends, a lot of people in my district, like people from Nicaragua, are telling me, Victoria, what can we do? We have legitimate people in life and death situation that cannot come this country legally. We have some Ukrainian refugees that they have to go through the border illegally because they cannot get here legally. And if somebody's coming from totalitarian regime from Russia, doesn't mean that they are actually prosecuted by Putin. We have to make sure that we tighten the processes. What this bill does, it's misrepresented here. The bill actually disincentivizes the president not enforce the law for legal people that want to come to this country, contribute to our country, who love freedoms to actually come into this country. Because it says we need to find the processes, we need to tighten the processes to help legitimate people. And if you cannot figure out, then you have to shut down the border. And that is the last resort. And we need to push on president to start doing this and not to wait till last resort, because what's happening in the country, it's insanity. We do not know who's coming into the country, and this is danger, national security danger. We have human drug trafficking, child trafficking, and women trafficking and enriching cartels, and we're not fighting that and let Mexico to get away with that. Now in cahoots with China, harassing our farmers, not enforcing law. We do nothing about it. But then we have, people that actually have legally want to come here and want to do and be what made this beauty of this country, what brought to all of the people that love this freedoms. We're not able to actually process that. They have to wait for years. It's happened the same with Afghanistan. We abandoned some allies and people that tried to help our country and brought some people with challenges. We didn't even go through the proper system, and now we're not dealing with that. I think our legal system is so broken. And this is not politics. This is a people's life. It's a life and death situation, because lawlessness can hurt people within our country, and also us not be able to help people with legitimate claims. It can have them die. And we're still talking politics. We're not running in a presidential election here. We, as an independent branch, have to oversee our presidents, regardless who they are, Republican and Democrats, and call them out if they're not enforcing the law. And we need to tighten the law, that it doesn't allow president to abuse the law, to abuse intent in the law. So what this bill does is tighten the law to make sure that it's not abused and actually serves with the people. And we have to put some ways, enforcement mechanism for president to say, you know what, if you cannot figure it out what to do, then you will not be able to do this processes. So it disincentivizes and deter our executive branch to be dysfunctional and not doing what they're doing. I truly believe we don't have enough enforcement mechanism, to actually do the right thing and do the things that legally, it's becoming impossible to do anything legal in this country. This is like mob rule. This is like lawlessness. We're becoming a country where we have bandits running the show in our cities. I think this is awful for the people. And then we want to take rights from law-abiding citizens. This is insanity. This is what dictators do. That's what they try to do, to centralize power. And I truly believe this institution should have a capacity on a bipartisan basis to agree how we can improve some of these processes. Not try to politics, because we play in politics with people's lives. And this is not just life, it's a life and death situation. This is a real serious issues that we're not willing to address. How we can secure the border, improve the processes, and benefit our national interest. We will help a lot of great people to contribute to our country. And I'm sick and tired of all of these worthless debates about voting and everything else. I hope Congress at some point will start be able to govern, and as unfortunately we're turning into real circus with the clowns here doing political messaging in these committees. It's embarrassing for me on behalf of the American people, and I hope at some point we can get together and find some common ground. I yield back.
Lady yields back. The question occurs on the amendment offered by the gentlewoman from Did you want to go, Jim? The gentleman from Texas is recognized.